Hi, my name is Daryl, and I'm a veteran.
Hey, I'm Travis. I'm an Air Force veteran.
Hey, my name's Jonathan, and I'm a veteran.
Hi, my name's Ashley, and I'm a veteran.
My name is Chad, and I'm a veteran.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Conversations with a Vet. Happy Sunday. Hopefully, everybody's had a great weekend. I have a wonderful guest waiting in the wings. But before we get to him, a couple of books I wanted to give a shout out to. So, the first one is by a previous guest, author Michael Alexander Payne, also a veteran. Unshaken Resolve. You can find this book on Amazon. A wonderful read, a wonderful guest. Second, a big shout out to my friend Tim Thomas, also a veteran out of Australia. And he sent me his book called Fight, Flight, Feel. And again, this is another wonderful book from a veteran all the way across into Australia. So a big shout out to Tim. Thank you so very much. And if you're interested in getting that book, you can contact me at Conversations with a Vet, and I will get you the information on how you can get one. So please help me welcome my guest, Bo Ramsey.
Hello.
Hello. How are you this evening?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so very much for joining tonight. I appreciate it. I know you've been pretty busy, lots of things going on. So let me ask you this. It's a question I ask all my guests right out the gate, is to tell me a little bit about who Bo was as a child.
Oh, as a child, like most, just rambunctious, always trying to see what made things work. I'd tear things apart, not even knowing how to put them back together, and most of the time couldn't put them back together. But I just wanted to know the internal workings. I always wanted to excel. Always wanted to be something better than what I was before. So sports was always big. I would wrestle. I would play football, baseball. Tried basketball, not the best at it, but that's what I would do. So,
Nice. And was the military something that you'd always wanted to do, or was it just something that popped into your mind? What was it that made you decide to join the military, and specifically the branch that you chose?
well, my dad he had joined the Navy and went through boot camp and became a corpsman. And my uncle, he was a recon in the Marine Corps during the Vietnam War, and I'd always, kind of had some talk around it and everything. And I was kind of torn between the sports, playing sports at college, or whether going in the military. Got actually hooked up to go do the workouts for football uh, for the summer, and decided, hey, this ain't what I want to do. And I knew right then, hey, I contacted a Marine Corps recruiter. He came out to the house, he talked to me, and 2 days later, I'm at Paris Island.
2 days.
Yeah.
Holy cow. And so with that, so within 2 days, like, you didn't do anything in advance, any kind of that early
Well, I had signed up for the I guess they called
delayed
it
entry?
yes, the delayed entry program with another guy. The recruiter called me and said, "Hey, there's been a opening up to come. If you want to go right now, then let's go." And I was like, I really want to do it, or do I want to continue?" And it just something in my head said, "Hey, let's go with it." And so that's what I did, and out I went.
So when you signed the papers to go,
Yes.
did you have an open contract or did you have a specific MOS that you signed up for?
Well, uh, listening to my uncle and some of the stuff he went through, I wanted to go infantry. That's where I wanted to go. So that's what I went through. I wanted to go
Okay.
311 the whole way.
Okay. When you first step off that bus, so we're going back a little ways, going to stretch that memory. What was going through your mind when they first step on the bus and they are yelling for you to get up and get off?
Well, I was nervous, getting on the bus. I'm like, yo, what am I getting into? And we take the drive. I'm nervous, and the drive there, looking out the windows. I finally fall asleep. Next thing I know, the lights come on. They're up on the bus. They're screaming, "Hey, get off!" Blah, 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 blah. And it just, it's like, what have I got into? So that we get off, get on the yellow footprints, and it was chaos from that that point on.
I bet it was. And did you give any thought to stepping onto those yellow footprints in the history of those who stood on it before you?
Uh, well, like I said, my uncle and everything that he did during Vietnam, that's always been something through my childhood that uh, I've cherished because I know that when they served, they came home, and it wasn't something that they actually came home to people with open arms. When they came back, they were sometimes spit on as he was. They were called names and everything, and it was one of those. It hurt, but I knew what he sacrificed and what he thought because although he wouldn't talk about it a lot, there were things that he would mention. It wasn't until after boot camp that he really opened up to a lot with me.
Which makes a lot of sense, I think. And, the fact that he probably felt like you now have an understanding you're one of the brothers, if you will.
Right.
So tell me about boot camp. What was that like for you?
Oh, you're talking about Paris Island?
Yes.
Uh, there was a lot of it that I really enjoyed. The structure, I really liked that. We knew what we were doing, where we were going. Uh, they had to. Some of it's reflective, and some of it is actually. I knew before going that they were going to be hard. They were going to be uh, pushing you everything they got, just like through wrestling and football. They're trying to get everything that they're trying to get out of you, put you in real life situations the best they can. But the actually being in there with all these guys that are going through the same thing, the the moments that they had, and just uh, trying to understand, this is what they're trying to get from me. They're doing it in unorthodox ways, but they're trying to instill in you discipline and try to put pressure on you so that you can perform under pressure. So I knew that to begin with. Um, so it was one of those things that I enjoyed the brotherhood of boot camp. I thought it was weird because we never really could um, communicate together and everything because when we start to talk, oh, no talking, or this, that. But yet you could feel because we're all going through the same things. We're all, getting in trouble for the same things. I was one of those that, when the drill instructor would come up and say something, I thought it was funny. So I would laugh and I'd have to start doing push ups and uh, crunches and everything. And then all of a sudden they come up and say, all right, you need to pick somebody out of the line to come up and help you out. And that put me in a bad position because here I laughed and did that. Now I got to get somebody up there and pay for my bad. So that made me feel like, I need to watch myself so that I'm not getting somebody else, and vice versa. It just you build a brotherhood with that um, is through unorthodox ways, but it's like nothing else. Even today, we stay in touch. The beauty of social media and everything is that, hey, I can send them a text or send them a something, and they can get back with me. So I love
Right.
it. You know,
Yeah.
but
So,
that was my Paris Island.
what was the hardest part for you of becoming a Marine?
Mm, getting past myself, really. You know, with wrestling, football, I've been pushed to limits. But with the Marine Corps and actually boot camp, they took me to where I thought my limit was. They took me past that and so far beyond, and showed me that I had so much more to give. They showed me that my leadership skills, my everything. It's amazing that they can take 18 to 23-year-old kids and put that much discipline, that much just instruction into them, and give them that confidence that they can do what they want to.
Right.
That's what it did for me. Um, I really it's one of those things that I tell my kids. It's not the good things that I remember the most. It's the things that really were the worst, and sorry for lack of words, sucked.
No, you're good.
But those are the things that I remember the most because they changed me and they made me the person that I am because I was able to live through them, adapt, and be better than the problems that I had.
Well, that's wonderful. So, when did you first truly feel like you earned the title of Marine?
Mm. We didn't have the crucible then. Uh, so we didn't actually do a crucible, and they hand over the ETA. So it wasn't until actually the graduation day on the parade deck that when it was done and over that I've made it. I can breathe, and then the whole realization that, hey, this was just the beginning. I've got a whole different uh, thing going that I have no idea where I'm going to be sent. I don't have no idea really what I'm going to be doing, uh, other than I'm infantry. So here we go.
Right. So, rolling into that, where did your Marine Corps career take you first?
First, because it was infantry, it took me to Camp Geiger. And Camp Geiger uh, it was great. It was a little small. Had a the barracks type, with all the
Mm-hmm.
people, and we would do a lot of infantry skills. The with the rifle, we would go out and actually set up defenses, offenses, and learn the different things from fire team to squad to platoon. Uh, just the basics of what we're going to be doing later on as we uh, engage into our infantry lifestyle. So it was good. I was actually we had a guy that had actually spent some time with the French Foreign Legion, and he we used to call him humps when we would go on long hikes. So we'd call him humps. So and he would do it barefooted, and I was like, "How do you do this?" I
Wow.
get blisters all over my feet and everything, and there you're doing it barefooted. And but that's one of the things that I remember about Camp Geiger more than anything.
That's amazing. That's amazing. From there, what was your next location that you went to?
From Camp Geiger, I went to MCBH Hawaii, Kaneohe Bay,
Oh,
and
wow.
Yes, I was at Conneaut Bay and with the 3rd Battalion, 3rd Marines, Kilo Company, and man, we uh, it was a eye awakening experience.
How
Uh,
so?
I show up on an island and it's just about dark, so you can't see anything. And then they take us over to the base, and uh, it looks amazing, sounds amazing, and you go up there and you're supposed to check in. So I go to check in, nobody's there, and they're like, "Well, you're good. We'll come back." And so I'm like, "Okay, what do I do now?"
Hmm.
So then I had to check in the next day, and I could see all around, and Hawaii's awesome, especially back then. I went back probably 5 years ago to Marine Corps Base Hawaii, and it is totally different. It is. There's so many buildings there that I didn't recognize. Really, I was like, this is where I believe our place used to be, but I can't for honestly tell you that's where it was. So it was good, and checking in was good. We were short on staff in NCOs during the time. I guess the billets were short, or they just let some people off. So for the longest time, lance corporals and above, or basically it was lance corporals and below. You had a few corporals, a few sergeants, and there were no staff.
Oh,
Maybe
wow.
a one or two gunny, and that was it. So you had at times corporals and lance corporals filling up squad and platoon sergeant positions.
Well, that's
So
nuts.
it is, but
When you think about, I mean, like today, right? And you
right.
compare it to today's world. So that's a lot of responsibility for a lance corporal and a corporal.
It really was. But the guys that I know that did it and everything, they were great. They knew their jobs. They worked hard at it. And it just ran smooth. Like I said, you're taking 18, 23-year-old people, and they're putting out there, and man, they're rocking and rolling with everything they got. Uh, that's why I love the military. That's why I love my guys. Um, they take it serious, and,
Right.
and it's just when you do that, man, you are awesome. And so
So tell me a bit. How long were you there for?
uh, that's one of those where we would deploy out, come back, deploy out, come back, and we do different things. Um, for the total, I was there from 94 to 98.
Okay.
Uh, but during the time, we would go to Okinawa and we do a 6 month thing there. We went to Australia, we went to Alaska, we went to Korea. Uh, we were all over different places. So it was one of those things I knew about infantry was, hey, you're going to go see the world. You're going to be great. So, but we were probably 6 months or so every time we come back in actually Hawaii.
Okay. All right. So out of all of those locations that you were deployed to, did you have a favorite?
Oh, for different reasons, there's a couple of different. Australia was great because it had so many different uh, environments. I guess you could. You had the Tully Jungle. You had a desert. You had just different things that were there. The people were awesome. So that was great. Alaska, you go there and then you're flying through the helicopters through all these river, and you're just looking at the scenery, and it's beautiful. It's like where can you pay for this type of? It's a awesome. And then you get out on the ground and it's quagmire and it's kind of moving with you like a waterbed.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, uh, it it's hard to say really a favorite because they each different. I'll tell you the one I didn't like the most was Korea. We were there during the winter and it was raining, it was freezing, and we would get warm chow. And when we get to the actual chow in it, uh, it was raining on it, and by the time you got it, it was cold. So it was always your camis were frozen, your socks were frozen. Everything we tried to do, just it was good training, but it was not fun at all.
Right. All right. And what was your total length of time in service?
4 years,
4 years.
4 years active, 4 years inactive.
So, what is something about your Marine Corps experience that people who haven't served would probably never understand?
The level of brotherhood that you get just by earning the Eagle Globe and Anchor. It's a fraternity that um, you you can find people that you are Marine. They're in the Marines without ever asking. Yeah, it's just one of those things that you're a brother. You can feel it. Hey, you were Marine Corps. Yes. Who'd you serve with? Yeah, it's one of those things. And then once you even see them, it's like you served your whole life with them. They're your best bud, and your friends from then on. It's my wife, kids all the time. She goes, you can smell them out, and you sitting all the way across the bar, and how'd you know he was a Marine? And it's like, yeah, it's just one of those things.
You kind of have that air about you. A lot of Marines have that air
Yeah,
about them, right? More outspoken than some other branches, too.
yeah, yeah. Well,
And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, just so you know. So, with that, some of the most funny or memorable stories that you might be able to share from your time in the Corps.
oh, there's we were on a this was in Alaska one time. We were doing a 14 click movement, force on force against the Army, and it was supposed to have lasted a week. And we came across a people in a defense that were set up for Army, and we snuck in. We They had their netting up and everything, but they weren't around any of their stuff. So we came in. We stole a lot of their ammunition, their stuff, and took it off and brought it back. And that 14 click force on force got called quick, and we were going to be awarded for doing it. And the CO had got us some beer and put it in the building, and we next day we were going to have a big party, and some Marines decided they didn't want to wait on it, so they break in to the building and steal that beer. And so we went back to work the next day instead of having a party. So it's one of those things that Marines adapt, overcome, and we acquire stuff through it's just what we did.
That's pretty funny. So tell me how your military service affected your family.
Uh, well, my when I was growing up, I don't know how it affected them really, other than I didn't get to come home much. My family now, it's affected them because my son actually joined the Marine Corps, and he went into heavy equipment, and he had a good run at that. So uh, I think that's one of my big prides is that my son is a Marine also.
Oh,
Uh,
that's awesome.
yeah,
And speaking of the next generation going into the military, uh, if somebody was thinking about or considering joining the Marine Corps, what things would you tell them?
I do it. I encourage everybody, not just the young, but even if you're older and can fit the age range or whatever, um, take that, get that experience, get the confidence that comes with actually serving, um, and the pride that comes with knowing that you were willing to give everything that you had for the country that we're at. America's beautiful. We have so many rights and liberties that come, but it's by a price, and it's by the price of the people that were willing to put their name down for, you know, doing exactly what, you know, uh, serving. So, some of them served through peacetime, some of them served through war, but they were all willing at any time to give their life for what they believed in. And that is, the rights that we live by today.
So let's go back a little bit to when you made the decision that you wanted to separate out from the Marine Corps.
Right.
What made you decide you wanted to leave, and what was it like for you as far as resources that were provided?
The resources were okay. I think they probably could have been a little better. And when my son got out, it was actually better than when I did. Um, the um, the reasons, I guess, some of what uh, there were new people coming in that uh, say challenge authority a little bit,
Mm.
and there were older Marines that were getting busted down for doing basically, uh, and it was.
I kind of lost your audio a little.
So that was
Oh, there you are. I
one of
missed
the
that part.
one of the issues.
We kind of lost your
Um,
audio a little bit.
so that kind of, I was like, do I want to make a career out of this? When they're having such a hard time with that.
Okay. And what was the biggest lesson that you carried from the Marines into civilian life? Can you hear me? Bo, can you hear me?
Sorry, hold on. Are you there?
Can you hear me now?
Are you there?
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm
I
sorry.
I can hear me too. An echo.
So, oh, well,
How about now? Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me, Bo?
I can hear you, but I apologize. Trying to figure out how to put it off of that. So,
Should be able to
Go
put it
ahead.
maybe. Should be able to put it maybe. Okay. Oh. Just on hit the speaker on your phone.
I
about now?
apologize.
How about now? Nope.
Well, I can hear you, but go ahead. Are we good?
Well, I think we have an echo. Are you still with me? An echo. Still with me?
Yes.
Okay. I guess we're just gonna have to power through. So apologies, everybody who's out there. Have to power through. So apologies, everybody who's out there. You're gonna hear it twice.
Sorry.
All right. If you could tell us what Semper Fi means to you beyond the words.
Beyond the words, semper fidelis, always faithful. That means that we are going to be there for you. We're going to, like, it goes back to the brotherhood, and it transcends generations. Actually, we've actually took a group of the Marine Corps League up to Washington D.C. and we visited the museum. We visited all the uh, different things. Had a great time and actually discussed, you know, the cauldron, you know, uh, that we would pass, and uh, it was an embracement, not just from the Vietnam area people, all the way through to present day, and we were. It's just an acknowledgement that hey, I've got your back, and I'll always be there for you, and that's what it is. Hey, it's not just a word; it's an oath that is inbred into you, and I feel it because I still get uh, messages from my friends that'll surprise me all the time. So, hey, we're gonna come down. We're gonna give you this, or hey, I'm thinking about you, or So it is always faithful. It's always there.
And what does the Eagle Globe and Anchor mean to you in your life today?
Oh, pride. I can see the EGA, and it's just something that I have pride for myself. I have pride for my country, and I have pride for if somebody else displaying it. I have pride for them because I know what they gave to get that EGA. I know what it means to them. I know what it means to the country. So that's one of those things for the EGA.
And what would you say to a veteran who might be struggling to find their place after service?
After service, reach out. 22 strong. There's always somebody that's going to be there. Everybody's got their daily life, and it pulls you away uh, from what you think you need to do. Uh, but you can never be there enough for somebody. So reach out, talk to them. You'll find help in different avenues, different ways. People that you never thought, and it transcends the services. It's not just Marine Corps. It's not just Air Force, Navy. We give each branch our own little different, hazing. Hey, you know, Department of this. Y'all are just a shuttle for us, and this and that. But when it comes down to it, we all did the same thing. We put our hand over there and said, "Hey, we're going to take care of America. We're going to take care of the people that are there," and that's what it was about. So reach out, because we all love each other and love the service that we had, and that's what we want to take care of. We're one person, one nation, and it's under God.
Tell me for you, how was it when you came back into civilian life? Did you already have a job in place?
I did not, not when I first came back, and it was one of those. I still confident because the Marines put in that, hey, you can do anything, you can tackle a tank if you want to. Uh, so I knew that I'd be okay, and I joined the sheriff's department, and it was just a good fit. It's one of those things that I did well in, and was able to thrive through.
How long were you in the sheriff's department?
I started as a jailer right in '98, and I did everything from road officer, investigations, captain, chief deputy, and I retired in 2024.
Nice. What do you think communities could do better to support our veterans?
Uh, One thing that I've seen through the years is that finding a place. I've been a big part of the Marine Corps League. I've been the VFW. I've seen and discussed with the American Legion and everything as far as that. Uh, Somebody knows to go. There's organizations out there, but they go to find these people. Where do they go to actually talk to somebody? I would love to see my county, a place that housed VFW, American Legion, the Marine Corps League, all in one place, and a veteran can go there and say, "Hey, I want to be a part of this organization so that I can continue my brotherhood. I continue my service to my community. I can, you know, just be a part of that again." So I would. That's one to see in brick and mortar area where they can go.
Right. Because I noticed a lot more VFW are closing.
Yes, and I wondered. This is just a thought from mine, because we unfortunately our Vietnam veterans, the VVA, um, they are getting older and dying out, and they're dissolving. So that's going, and a lot of those were core members within our VFWs and our American Legions and the other establishments. So we need to find a way to bridge those gaps between those to keep these veteran service organizations open for the ones that need something to continue, and give them that that brotherhood that they had before.
What resources are you familiar with or aware of in your area?
Oh,
For
well, like we
veterans?
have VSOs. Yeah, we have VSOs. Um, in my area, we have some at the county administration office that they will sign you up, and when you get out for medical, they'll help you fill out paperwork for education, home loan, all kinds of different things. If you
Wow.
go on to the VA.com, you got so many different other things. You can actually get emails that send you updates on everything. Uh, so in today's world where the internet is a influx of information, you can sign up for so many different things. Um, but in our area, the VA, the American Legion, VFW, we got the Marine Corps League. Uh, those are the ones that we have here.
Nice. If anybody in the comments has any questions for Bo, go ahead and get those put out there for me now.
Go ahead and get those put out there for me now.
So Jason says, thank you for your time in service, sir.
Thank you for your
Semper Fi.
time in service, sir. Semper Fi.
Semper Fi.
Timothy says Semper Fi, Bo.
Timothy says Semper Fi, Bo.
Semper Fi.
Jason says also that Alaska is on the
Jason
bucket
says
list
also
for
that
him.
Alaska is on the bucket list for him.
And from the central Alaska to the shoreline is two different Alaskas too. We went back for a cruise and it was totally different.
Oh wow! My grandmother was the cook for the 49er in Alaska.
No.
In Alaska.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did I miss anything? What words do you want to share with people about veterans that you think people should know?
Oh, people should know. I guess if I was putting it in the aspect of what we've been talking about, I would say Memorial Day. Really reflect back on that and think about the honors and privileges that we are afforded every day of our life. The people that we pay respects for, they're the ones that we owe everything we have. They laid their lives down. They paid the ultimate sacrifice so that we can gripe about things that really they didn't have a chance to. So please take that time to reflect back and honor not only the ones that lost their lives, but the families that lost the loved one, because they also paid that ultimate sacrifice of losing a loved one. And then, every veteran that you'll ever come across will say, I was proud to serve, pretty much. Um, we we love America. We love what it stands for. We don't always agree with the chief staff or what's going on, but America and the people is the core of what we're doing, and our rights as the people is what we fight for, and that's why it's important that we remember those that came before us.
So tell me what you're up to nowadays.
Tell me what you're up to nowadays.
Oh, now, well, I went to run for sheriff in Warren County, and I lost that campaign, but I've fought back on teaching scuba diving in Nashville, Scuba Nashville, and that's what I do now. And looking to possibly go back to road work with the police department.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
And you still have that drive to serve and to help.
Always. I think that's one of the things that most veterans have is a call to service. Something, no matter what it is, hey, I need to help somebody do something, or I want them to see what I saw, or I want to help them get to where they want to be.
Yeah, that's huge, and you find that in most veterans. They continue to help serve. their community,
etc.
Bo, I'm not seeing any other questions, but I do want to say thank you very, very much for taking the time out of your day.
Oh, you're great. Thank you.
And if you want to hold tight for me, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. And we will be with you in just another moment.
Thank you so much.
So for everybody else, I want to say thank y'all for joining tonight. And with any luck, we can find a guest for next Sunday. So just stay tuned, and everybody please have a wonderful rest of your week.
Hi, I'm Beaker with Military Broadcast Radio TV. We're your virtual MWR, bringing veterans radio, podcasts, gaming, animation, 3D printing, and a community that never leaves you behind. Download our Roku or mobile app today.
Wisdom to share if you listen this week, so pull up a chair and stay for a spell. We're heading down a trail where good stories dwell. It started